Hey little kittens. I'm gonna cut you off some eating stuff. Maybe we can have some snuggles. Anything that gets relish and the mood for scritches is good. See, he quickly wants to go to rare play mode. Hey, tomato. Hi, pickles. Hi, relish. Hello, jalapeno. There's no weigh-in today. They're all over 2 pounds with a comfortable margin. So the weigh-ins are now every other day for the rest of this week. Oh, did I get a head bump? I like head bumps. From kitties. Head bumps from people just hurt. So much purring. Eye still looks clean. Peanut and Pickles are going up to the shelter on Tuesday to have their bad eye removed. For each of them, it's their right. The procedure will be done at Perfect Pals by the Perfect Pals vet. Now, people may be wondering, why did Perfect Pals have a fundraiser if they're doing if a shelter vet's doing all the care? Well, it still costs. Just because it's shelter doesn't mean there's not a cost associated to it. And surgery isn't cheap. And there's usually a really small margin for any unforeseen things that come up, so that they're covered too. Last I looked, the fundraiser was for $4,000 and they're around $5.5. Hello. Come here, tomato. Pickles are due too. Oh, he does the three-legged pounce. He curls one paw under when he's doing the butt wiggle. Pickle is always quick to purr. Are you swatting at the cat on my shirt? Oh, here it is. Willis just took a swat at my hand. Hey, we're having a cute time. Here, play with that. Oh, let's get these toys out of your food bowl. And speaking of that, what do I have here? Possibly the best toy ever. The bag the toys come in. And the second best toy after the bag itself is the handles. Make sure that the handles off of paper bags are not painted and that you remove the glue parts off the ends. For such an outgoing kitty, he's such a skittish cat. Doesn't like to change. High visibility toys. And some new mylar. Meanwhile, Peanut is playing with his own tail versus any of the new toys. You can probably guess what's going to happen. These mylar balls, you want to inspect them occasionally. Make sure they're not deteriorating. If they are, you need to get rid of them. Who hissed? Somebody got a hiss. I'll get you guys some more wet food in a little bit. Tomato has some crazy spiky fur. Let me show you guys on cam 1. That ain't working. Relish has a bit of that spiky fur too. I don't know if these are guard hairs that will eventually be shed or not. The other toy is being smacked by Peanut. A new one like this. I forget what exactly guard hair, the definition of guard hairs, but it's something that kittens have that helps, I think it helps keep water off the fur. Kittens are almost impossible, especially kittens born in the wild, they're almost impossible to get wet. You can dunk them in a tub, pull them right back out, and they're still mostly dry. Guardian hairs. Okay guys, play where everybody can see. Their claws are already needle sharp again. Peanut is also not quite as accepting of new toys as Jalapeno. Yeah, maybe they'll get trimmed on Tuesday. We'll find out on Tuesday. These two need to have their eyes removed due to coronal ulcers. They basically have holes in their eyes that their lens is sealing right now. That's only a matter of time before they rupture. Are you peeing? Looks like he's peeing. If I had a favorite litter, I don't have favorite litters. I have favorite kittens and a litter, and that favorite kitten changes over time. like different litters are special in different ways. Like the Roswells, with their eye issues, and Spock. Spock would give me hugs. He would sit on my shoulder and I'd say, "Give me a hug," and he would lean up against me. Killed me every time he did it. And there's the saplings who were duct taped inside of a box that Mama broke them out of in a forest. They moved them all into a hollowed out tree where they were found. Yeah, with the saplings, somebody saw Willow carrying a kitten, and they followed her, and that's where they found the tree stump where she was relocating them. I'm on tomato and jalapeno, out in the open, out in the open. When were the saplings? A couple years ago, I believe. Linda, your daughter is doing a good thing. The world could use more people stepping up to foster. That's one of the reasons I have the cam, is to raise awareness for fostering. And many of the webcams out there, kitten cams, were started from people watching, or fosters watching my cam or Shelly's cam or one of the other cams, and setting up one themselves. There can't be too many foster kitten cams. I strongly encourage you that if all the kittens are asleep on your favorite cam, check out one of the other ones. You got snout on it. Now those, you can get a list of all the active broadcasting kitten cams by going to thecritterroom.com/cams, CAMS. That page updates every 10 minutes. What are you doing, Peanut? Hi, Spock. Hi, Amelia. Amelia is Spock's sister that came from Tiny Kittens. Those bag handles always end up against the fence. Here, you go play with that one. Bless you. Get it out, Tomato. Yeah, it's like I welcome anyone who has a kitten cam to send me an email at fosterdadjohn.com and I'll get you on that list. If you broadcast on YouTube, it's easy. We can set it up so that the program automatically updates with any change that you make. So that if you start a new cam, nobody has to do anything, it shows up in the list. But this offer is only available to foster kitten cams. If you put a cam on your cat because he had kittens, no deal. That's not the purpose of the list. Don't put it in the water bowl. Peanut's definitely gotten better at tracking. Hey, Tomato, stop eating the webcam. Stop eating the fence. Stop banning people. The kitten cam has been a godsend in getting my fosters adopted. Is it possible to foster full time? How does one pay for the bills? Perfect Pals will cover everything, such as litter, food, and such. You just gotta provide a place for them. I tend to go and pay for things myself, such as the paper litter. Sometimes different food if needed, and the kitten cams themselves. I think I have my research. I have the very first foster kitten cam. There were other kitten cams before mine, but they were just one litter cams and they weren't fosters. Just somebody putting a cam on their kittens. Pickles and tomato. Pickles and tomato are wrestling. Now you can set, if you have a spare computer, you can set up a kitten cam with a webcam and XSplit or OBS if you want to go free but more complicated. Or you can go like me, and I got like 4 computers out there in the hallway with 3 webcams active right now. 4th one using 4K webcams. But I try to go for the best of the best and always improving if I can. It's just my nature. I'm a tick type person. Hey guys. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay. You guys can continue that right there. Tomato ran off. Pickles tried to tackle him again. Yeah, that is true. Not our organization covers the cost. Some don't have the income that Perfect Pals has, or the size to be able to cover those things. At a minimum, an unused bathroom could do. If you have a spare bedroom like I do, preferably hardwood floors. Kittens will just destroy a carpet. It's like I put down rubber towels over most of the room. And kittens that aren't fully potty trained are limited to the rubber towels. You do what you can. If you can't afford to foster, just try volunteering at a shelter. Shelters and rescues live or die based off of foster care or volunteers. What motivated me to start fostering? In '93, a friend of mine's cat who wasn't spayed had kittens, and she lived in an apartment, so she asked me if I could watch them for her since I already bought this house. I set them up in the bathroom downstairs, and I got fostering in my blood. You know, about 3 or 5 years later or something like that, I contacted Perfect Pals to see if I could start fostering. And when her cat had kittens again, I said I would adopt one. I ended up adopting 3, but only if I could. And volunteering typically is not glamorous at all. It's a lot of hard work. But one little perk about animal volunteering or volunteering for animal places, if you're a male single and open to dating somebody in the future, about 80% of the volunteers are women. Now, don't volunteer just for that. No, I'm not saying that at all. Just saying. Women tell me that all the time, so I don't feel bad sharing that bit. It's like they want me to spread the news. We do need to get more men into volunteering. For some reason, males get it in their head that it is a weakness to care for animals. And it most assuredly is not. It's a strength. Did I have cats at home while growing up? Pretty much. Every memory I have was as a child, there was a cat somewhere in the household. It is a 24/7 job. It's like, I recommend that even if you foster and even if you don't have a kitten cam, to get an IP cam. You can go to Google and search for IP cam, Indigo Papa. And basically it's a cam that you can use to monitor the kittens in the room while you're not there. And that's one of the reasons I have the kitten cam, was I started with the kitten cam because I wanted to see how pharaohs were acting in here when I wasn't in here. Spoiler alert, they act like kittens. How do you go about sending these guys toys? Email me at fosterdadjohn@gmail.com or at the the Critter Room Facebook page. Ask me what you want to send. I require that all gifts go and get permission first, because otherwise I would be inundated in gifts and toys, and some of them will be not viable or not proper for the kittens or the cam. Like somebody wanted to send a big, huge bed to use in the kennel, and there's no way that'll work. So just ask me. Chances are I will say yes, especially if there's something small like these. And if it's something that's fitting for the current litter, even more so. But if you don't ask and the shelter gets something, that gets donated to the shelter. I will pause now to let the CC catch up. give you cute kisses. Now, please don't send anything to the shelter, even if I say I will accept it. I have a P.O. box address just for that purpose. How do I take holidays? Usually it's between fosters. If I know something's coming up that I have to take, like going up to the Tiny Kittens fundraiser where I'm going to another country, I try to, the letter before, I try to get one that's, will go for adoption beforehand, so I have a little bit of a window there. Or I have to wait till they're old, like these guys, and then have somebody come kitten sit. In which case the kitten cam comes in handy because moderators and them can keep an eye on them for me. Like when I had the saplings, they were 3 months old, and I already had plans to go camping one weekend. And I was able to do that with a kitten sitter. No, I'm not a writer on the side. Yeah, that's pretty much all it was with the friend's cat. I spayed her. And no more kittens from there. If you're curious about the 3 I adopted, that was Sabby, Sheba, and Tabby. Tabby was the one I originally planned to adopt. How are Tomato's eyes? Tomato's eyes are looking really good. I'm not an eye doctor or a vet, but compared to how they were when they first opened up, night and day. Bless you. He sniffed the litter. Hey, get down, Peanut. You saw how Pickles pulled down the towel from that's between the kennel and the wall. He was trying to do it, but I wedged it farther back. Where do I get all these cool t-shirts? People send me links. Hey, Tomato. Hey, oh my God, you're licking the camera, aren't you? No, that's Peanut. Or sometimes people ask me if they can buy me a certain shirt, which I think this is how I got this one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close chat now and give them some wet food. Let's go all chunky this time. I don't have a fork to stir it. No weigh-in today. They're over 2 pounds, so I'm going to start weighing them every other day this week. And as long as there's no issues, that'll be it for the daily or bi-daily weigh-ins. Pickle knows well the sound of a food bowl being tapped. You gotta look up, boy. Here you go, Peanut. It's over there. It's over there. You'll find it. Enjoy the kittens. Have a wonderful day.